Have you ever noticed that lightsabers are almost exclusively used by the Jedi? The answer to that reason seems obvious enough, because a lightsaber is a weapon of a Jedi. Of course, there's the Sith too, but even still, why is the lightsaber their primary weapon? I'd like to delve into that question. Lightsabers are quite powerful weapons, with its blade essentially being made of energy that is capable of cutting through almost every known object just on touch alone. Why do only the Jedi, and by extension the Sith, use them? There's a passage in the Master and Apprentice novel that I think answers this. In the book, Obi-Wan explains to a child monarch named Princess Fanry why the Jedi use lightsabers and why they are so important to them. The first quote Obi-Wan says in the passage reads, "The construction of lightsabers isn't mysterious, though there are elements that ensure the weapons will always remain singular to the Jedi." Firstly, and obviously, Jedi aren't the only ones who use lightsabers, but they are the intended wielders of them. Lightsabers are both constructed and wielded through the use of the Force. In order to construct a lightsaber, one must acquire a kyber crystal. Kyber crystals are the power source for a lightsaber, and they are very strong in the Force. Generally, in order to find a kyber crystal, you must attune yourself to the Force and find the crystal that calls out to you. The Jedi have a tradition of going on a journey on the planet Ilum in search of kyber crystals that they can bond with through the Force. They then use that kyber crystal for the construction of their lightsaber. This is done so that the Jedi can develop a bond with their saber. The saber itself is fully constructed through the Force. The Jedi gather all the necessary pieces for the saber and use the Force to assemble it all into a functioning weapon. I imagine a person can construct a lightsaber without the Force, but the construction process was ideally made with the Jedi and the Force in mind. As Obi-Wan continues to explain to the princess, he says that we're required to know how to assemble our lightsabers in the dark. A Jedi's lightsaber is his life. Additionally, lightsabers are powerful weapons, capable of massive destruction. They aren't just some sword or vibroblade, they are currents of power. One must be careful when wielding something of that nature. Obi-Wan notes to the princess that wielding a lightsaber requires immense concentration and keen reflexes. No one but a Force user can wield lightsabers skillfully and efficiently. A lightsaber is used for both attack and defense. To avoid collateral damage with something so powerful, one must be fully concentrated. Also, lightsabers can block blaster shots and redirect them into another direction. To successfully block a blaster shot, one must simply place the lightsaber into the path of the blaster shot, which by itself takes quick reflexes and precision. However, blocking and redirecting the shot is not enough, as now that blaster shot that was just blocked is now being redirected into a random direction and could cause more collateral damage. The use of the saber must be focused enough to block the blaster shot and redirect into either their enemy or into a direction that won't cause any unwanted harm. These are the main reasons lightsabers are not commonly used outside the Jedi Order. Really, only the Jedi can use them as they are intended. There are some outliers, of course. The most obvious example of a non-Jedi, non-Force-sensitive person using a lightsaber, or lightsabers, is General Grievous. He used up to 4 lightsabers in combat, but he was trained by Count Dooku, who was once a Jedi. There's also the list of people who used the Darksaber. Pre Vizsla, Moff Gideon, and Din Djarin have all used it to varying degrees of efficiency, but even that weapon was originally created by and designed for a Jedi. The leader of the Knights of Ren used a lightsaber as well. He wasn't a Sith or a Jedi as far as we know, and he seemed pretty skillful with the blade in the comics. I'd also be remiss to fail to mention that in the comics, Han Solo, Leia Organa, and Chewbacca all wielded lightsabers when they raided Grakkus the Hutt's arena on Nar Shaddaa. They weren't exactly experts with them, but they were still able to use them for basic melee combat. So, in conclusion, lightsabers were designed solely for the Jedi, but there wasn't anything stopping anyone else from using them. Obi-Wan explained quite well why lightsabers are so closely tied with the Jedi, and that's because they are the only ones that can use them to their fullest potential. Anyway, that's all I've got for you in this video. If you've read Master and Apprentice by Claudia Gray, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I personally love it, this is my second time reading it, and I think that after the book Padawan, written by Kirsten White, comes out, I will reread it again, just because they're both about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Until the next video though, thanks for watching.